Hey guys, what's up? I'm Kate Whitaker, freelance producer and presenter, and I'm coming to you in lockdown with youth music to chat to some of my very good friends who are DJs and music producers, all about their lockdown experience. Today I'm joined by the incredible Ollie. Hello, my friend.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you for taking the time to do this. I know you're incredibly busy. Just for context, Ollie is the activities officer at York Uni, and I guess right now with the whole coronavirus malarkey, there aren't that many activities going on in terms of music.
Yeah, not tons. I mean, we've been trying to encourage groups to do things digitally. So the music ones are kind of getting on with that. They're all making collaborative projects, and the music side are doing quizzes and stuff. So there's stuff going on, but it's not the same kind of like, gigs and concerts and stuff.
Yeah, the wild parties that we're all used to. Yeah.
Exactly.
How has it affected? Yeah, literally. How has it affected your personal life and your work life? Obviously, you DJ at loads of events and you're incredible. How has it affected you? Has it affected you negatively or positively, or a bit of both? Or
I mean, I think, in terms of coronavirus, I can't complain too much. I think a lot of people got it worse. But so I mean, I'm working from home, and actually, like, in a way, that's given me like way more routine than usual. Because the job before was very like, sometimes I'd be in at 8 a.m. and other days, you start late and finish late, and like, so like didn't really have a whole lot of schedule. So actually, weirdly, I've got more routine than I ever have. So that's quite nice. I think as well, like, I'm less distracted because I'm just in the house. So I have I'm not putting off like, practicing or playing guitar and stuff like that. So I'm kind of forced to actually do that rather than just go to the pub, which
yeah, I love that. That's really cool. That's inspiring, actually, because my routine is just like non-existent. I don't really know what day it is anymore.
I had no routine before, like just nothing. So anything is better.
Yeah, that's amazing. How are you keeping that routine then? What does it involve? Are you making music or mixing music or?
Like a bit of everything. I mean, so I do. I do a bit of DJing, so I do a Friday session for the Students' Union where I do a bit of disco and house, and then also answer questions about sort of students' worries with their degrees and whatnot. It's quite funny, so that's nice, and I'll sort of do that and then practice leaving afterwards. I've got it. My girlfriend does some radio stuff, so I've been doing some mixes for her. And then I sort of do a bit of like ambient guitar stuff as well, so I'm sort of getting that out and just playing around.
Yeah. That's really cool. So have you kind of managed to stay creative in lockdown? And do you have any advice for people that are kind of struggling and thinking, God, where do I start? How do I be creative? How do I use all this free time to be productive, but also not put too much pressure on yourself?
I think like for me, I've always really struggled with like being creative, because I'll never like finish an idea, because you spend too much time being like, oh, I don't like this, people won't like it. And actually, like, the kind of isolation, you kind of just are forced to run with stuff, so you don't have like the benefit of like usual like collaboration and bouncing ideas off people. But I don't know, I mean, like for me, like I've been listening to so much more music than I usually do. I've Spotify, like Discover Weekly, all those playlists. I'm getting to like branch out into new genres and like things that, because sometimes if you want to I'm trying to break into doing a bit more techno stuff, and or I just didn't have the time to listen to enough stuff. But now I've actually had the time to be like, okay, right, today I'm gonna like do some research and try and find some new tracks. So that's quite good.
Yeah, I love that. I think a lot of people are finding that. Obviously, it does suck, not being able to see your mates and stuff. But I suppose in the creative industry, having time on your own is a perfect time to kind of learn new skills, I guess. There's a lot of people that are becoming bedroom DJs. I'm one of them. I'm trying to learn. It's really hard. It's harder than it looks. What advice would you give to someone sort of our sort of age that's looking to kind of start learning how to DJ and make music?
I don't know. I mean, like for me, I've not been doing it that long, and I'm not very good either. So, but I got into it when I heard that Fibbers might be shutting, and it is now shut. So I'd quite like to play. So basically, chat to friends around nights, was like, I'd like to play, and I'm going to learn in the time before your next show. But like, I think, the kit is so cheap. You can pick up like a controller and some software for, like £40 or something, like secondhand. And like, I don't know, I do a lot of second guessing. Oftentimes I'll be like, oh, I don't know if that's good. So I think you can listen to other people's mixes and stuff. And there's so many DJs doing so much stuff at the moment because everyone's in the same boat. But there's lots of good stuff on YouTube as well. People are good at sharing advice as well. I don't think anyone's like super like secretive about their like
yeah
mixes.
yeah everyone wants to share it, don't they? Everyone's like, oh, music. What equipment would you recommend buying? Because I know you can get, you don't have to spend like 10 grand, do you? You can get
I wouldn't. I think you can get lots of second hand. I mean, you can just do it with like a laptop, but obviously you kind of want, I think for a lot of people it's moving from like a DJ controller onto like CDJs, and that's the big step up. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people are missing out on, is that usually I go to like the open decks on a Wednesday and do like play the CDJs there, because obviously they're like $3,000 otherwise. So you can get a controller for like 100 quid. There's loads of free software out there, and I think people you should just play about and kind of just get used to it. Like loads of tutorials, but I think don't spend too much money. But you can spend a little bit now, and then if you get really into it, you can treat yourself to something sort of bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, once you get better, just spend more and more money. Work your way up to like £10,000. Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today.
No worries.
And yeah, stay safe in music.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.